Narration script: EMB-314 Super Tucano, the simple plane that outsmarted the jets. While the world's leading military powers were busy building high-tech, fifth and sixth generation fighter jets worth hundreds of millions of dollars, one aircraft quietly rewrote the rules of modern warfare. It was not a stealth fighter. It did not break the sound barrier. And yet, it became one of the most successful light combat aircraft in the world. Meet the Embraer EMB-314 Super Tucano, the Brazilian turboprop that proved simplicity can be deadlier than sophistication. To understand how the Super Tucano came to be, we need to go back to the early 1980s. Brazil's aerospace company Embraer introduced the EMB-312 Tucano, a light training and attack aircraft designed for counterinsurgency missions. It was affordable, easy to maintain, and could operate from rough airfields deep in the jungle. The Tucano soon became popular across South America, Africa, and the Middle East, fighting drug traffickers, insurgents, and armed militias. But by the 1990s, warfare had changed. The world needed something tougher, more powerful, and more versatile. So Embraer decided to evolve the design, and the result was the EMB-314 Super Tucano. The new aircraft was far more than just an upgrade. It received a reinforced aluminum airframe capable of withstanding higher G-loads and almost doubling its lifespan. Kevlar armor was added around the cockpit and vital systems, enough to stop armor-piercing rifle rounds. The landing gear was strengthened to handle heavier takeoff weights. The fuselage grew by nearly 1.5 meters, and the empty weight increased by more than 1,300 kilograms, but it was worth it. Under the hood, a Pratt & Whitney Canada PT6A68C engine produced 1,600 horsepower, pushing the plane to speeds of up to 590 kilometers per hour, with a range of over 1,300 kilometers and a ceiling of 10,600 meters. This was no longer just a trainer, it was a true light attack aircraft. The Super Tucano came armed with two built-in 12.7mm machine guns and could carry an external 20mm cannon pod, guided bombs, rockets, and even air-to-air missiles up to 1,500 kilograms of total payload. It could attack ground targets, intercept helicopters or small planes, and conduct reconnaissance missions, all while operating from unpaved runways with minimal maintenance and in almost any weather conditions. The cockpit was modernized with a glass cockpit system, multifunction color displays, night vision gear, and a helmet-mounted targeting system, giving the pilot full control even during night operations. The Super Tucano officially entered service with the Brazilian Air Force in 2003. Two versions were produced: the A-29 ALX, a single-seater optimized for attack missions, and the A-29B, a two-seater with space for a weapons officer or instructor. Brazil deployed the aircraft as part of its Amazon surveillance system, designed to monitor and protect the country's vast borders. In 2004, Brazil passed a law allowing the military to shoot down suspicious aircraft over its territory, mainly drug smuggling planes crossing from neighboring countries. And soon, the Super Tucano proved its worth. On June 3, 2009, two Super Tucanos intercepted a Cessna U-206J carrying drugs from Bolivia. After warning shots were fired, the smugglers were forced to land. On board, police found 176 kilograms of raw material, enough to produce almost a ton of cocaine. Just 2 years later, the aircraft took part in Operation Agatha, aimed at stopping drug trafficking, illegal mining, and deforestation in the Amazon. Using Mk-82 laser-guided bombs, the Super Tucanos destroyed hidden airstrips used by smugglers. In Operation Agatha II, the results were even more impressive. 33 drug planes intercepted, 3 illegal runways destroyed. All without the need for expensive jets or complicated logistics. Brazil was not the only nation impressed. In Colombia, the Super Tucano became the backbone of counterinsurgency operations. Its first combat mission took place on January 18, 2007, when the Colombian Air Force used the aircraft to strike FARC rebel positions with laser-guided bombs. The results were devastating for the insurgents. Key commanders were eliminated, supply routes were destroyed, and the once powerful FARC movement began to collapse. Many analysts believe the Super Tucano played a major role in ending decades of conflict in Colombia. Today, the EMB-314 Super Tucano serves in more than 17 countries, including the United States, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Honduras, Angola, Afghanistan, and even Turkmenistan. In 2011, the United States Air Force officially selected the Super Tucano as its new light attack and training aircraft. To build them locally, Sierra Nevada Corporation and Embraer opened a joint production line in Jacksonville, Florida. Each aircraft costs about $18 million, a fraction of the price of a modern jet fighter. So why is this simple turboprop so successful? Because it fits a very specific kind of war, low-intensity conflicts, where agility, visibility, and cost efficiency matter more than speed or stealth. Using a $100 million fighter jet to hunt down smugglers or guerrillas is like using a diamond hammer to drive a nail into the wall. It makes no sense. The Super Tucano, on the other hand, costs around $500 per flight hour, compared to $36,000 for a jet like the F-35. It is rugged, cheap, and easy to maintain, and it gets the job done. In modern warfare, not every victory requires cutting-edge technology. Sometimes, all you need is a simple, reliable, and efficient tool. And that tool, that metaphorical hammer, is the Brazilian EMB-314 Super Tucano, a small plane with a big legacy, a symbol of how smart design and practicality can outfly even the most advanced jets of our time.